when they arbitrarily killed off HEMMER in this episode, in this scene I'm going to show you, it was upsetting on multiple fronts because, well, a lot of the characters were really good in Strange New Worlds, and it was a very good, the first season was great. That character we had so much hope for. We knew nothing about him. He was fresh face, fresh species, a loose connection enterprise, and he was charming in a weird, curmudgeon way. He was a great character with an insane amount of potential, and and I say arbitrarily because, and I'll show you this scene. In this scene, he was infected with Gorn eggs. Gorn eggs that are susceptible to cold. They can't live in the cold. And he is an Anar who was born in sub-freezing temperatures and has no problem with the cold. And they even mentioned the way they killed the Gorn before was by going out into the snowstorm or the winter or the open air where it was cold on that planet. He didn't have to jump from the ship. He just had to go outside for a little while. I'm not the only person that sees this, right?
I mean, we've pointed it out, but it surely doesn't make a lot of sense.
All right. So HEMMER, he has this great moment where he breathes in the cold air because, he was born in the cold. And then he just jumps or he just falls from the ships and just dies. That is the scene. And here's the problem with this scene. It doesn't make any sense logically. It doesn't make any sense in the story. If I can quickly, in 30 seconds, point out 4 ways that he could have lived easily, then it was clearly done for a purpose. And what purpose did we think it was, Shane? We thought they're bringing in Scotty.
Right. Yeah. Well, they teased it.
And they teased Scotty. Okay.
In an alternate future.
Right. So it makes sense. I guess we gotta lose HEMMER, but at least we get Scotty. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big negatory, my friend. We are not getting Scotty. Instead, we were getting this random female engineer played by Carol Kane. No offense to Carol Kane. She has actually a wonderful repertoire of. She's done a lot of great stuff. She was in Princess Bride.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Carol Kane. She was Lotka's wife on Taxi. She was Princess Bride. She's been in Adams. She's been in a lot of stuff.
She is great. In no way is this.
She is a beloved actress.
I am not complaining about Carol Kane. I'm complaining that Carol Kane is playing a character that has no connection at all to Trek. It's just a brand new character.
She had no need to be there, Brian.
None whatsoever.
Why replace HEMMER with another character? I mean, who knows what Carol's going to be? I mean, what's the motivation for killing off HEMMER for Carol? Did they feel... I mean, here's my thought processes. We loved HEMMER. HEMMER was a great character. There's tons of things you could do with him. So you replace him for one of 2 reasons. Either Bruce Horak didn't want to keep doing HEMMER, which is not the case.
Nope.
Bruce Horak had been waiting his whole life for a role. He's a blind man. There's not a whole lot of roles he can get. Okay?
Right.
So it wasn't him. Okay? So why kill him? I mean, now you don't have to do makeup with Carol, I guess, with the new engineering officer, Pelia is going to be her name.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the motivation? And I truly feel like we deserve an explanation. Like at some point, somebody from Strange New Worlds needs to come out and explain to us why you kill HEMMER in less than 1 season when he could have easily been the engineer running right up until Scotty.
Right.
Until they're ready to bring him in, he could be the guy. Why kill him off? So that makes us nervous because in this day of political ideologies and agendas, do you kill the guy to bring in the girl? Is that what just happened here? Because there was too much male
there wasn't
on the
enough
screen?
I can't see it being the case considering there's like There's like two males.
I know
3 males.
Spock and Pike are kind of the leads.
Okay.
Okay. And everybody else is kind of fill-in. So you're going to get a lot of Pike, you're getting a lot of Spock, and you're getting some number one, you're getting some of some other people.
Okay.
But less. So do they kill off one of the dudes so they can have more girl time? I mean, the reason why I'm jumping to that conclusion is because no other reasoning has been brought to our attention.
Right.
Did it make the story better to kill HEMMER off? No. No, you didn't need to kill anybody off.
No, you didn't.
There was nothing that happened there that forwarded the story that made the show better to kill him.
No.
And now did you have this thing where, Carol was like, I've always wanted to do Star Trek. And, oh my God, we can get Carol Kane on the show.
Carol Kane, oh my God.
Now maybe that's possible. Maybe they said we can get this star power older actress.
Get the blind guy and kill him. Carol wants the role. Kill the blind guy immediately.
I mean, maybe that's the case. So maybe it's not agenda driven. Maybe they're like, wow, Carol Kane wants to be in Star Trek. How do we make room for her? We already have too many people. And it's true. You don't want you don't want 15 people on your show that you got to create lines for all the time. That's true. So if they killed off HEMMER because Carol Kane wanted to be in Star Trek, I mean, when Whoopi Goldberg wanted to be in Star Trek, they created a role for her. So maybe that's the case. It seems weird to have Carol. I mean, Carol's not young.
No.
Carol's really old.
She was old when I watched Princess Bride, so I don't see how she's not.
She's 70.
She's looking great, by the way. Damn.
Yeah, looks great for 70.
Damn, Carol. Damn.
And she's going to be playing a highly educated and intelligent, no nonsense, suffers no fools kind of engineer.
Of course.
And apparently, from what we are reading, she will be the bridge between HEMMER and Scotty. But why?
So Archmage Frey actually had a really good point. HEMMER is the only male that could die because Spock, Pike, and M'Benga lived to TOS.
Good point. I mean, you're right. You could not get rid of those characters. And, do they want to kill off? They could have gotten rid of Liana, right? Or they could have gotten rid of her because she's really kind of pointless, right? I mean, not pointless, but they've already filmed her for season 2.
Or have her leave the ship. Have her leave the
ship.
Or
have her leave, yeah. And you could have done that if you wanted to have less characters. You can't get rid of Uhura. You can't get rid of number 1.
Pretty much Ortega or La'an.
It was Ortega, it was La'an, or it was HEMMER. That was it. Those were the 3 people you're going to get rid of, and they got rid of HEMMER.
No way you're getting rid of those 2 females, Ortega and La'an, because they're checking all kinds of boxes. So you got to get rid of in the words of Kenneth, you got to kill the disabled guy to bring in the female. That's really what it is. I don't see another option.
And so we this is the question we'd like to know. Why kill HEMMER to bring in Carol Kane? Is it because you wanted the star power, you wanted Carol Kane in the show, or is it because you felt like there was just too much maleness in the show and you needed some more femininity? Just tell us what it is. Give us the answer so we can know and we can decide whether or not to be upset or not. Because we don't want to be mad for no reason, but you're not giving us any answers as to why this choice has happened. So
there's a third option, Shane.
What is the third option?
It's possible that Scotty is in the second season as a surprise, and she is the bridge, and she's not in a lot of episodes.
Well, according to the people making the show, they were not ready to bring Scotty in yet. It's too soon. So he's not going to be in season 2.
Awesome.
Yeah. This is your engineer. And I'm, great actress. Fun to watch. I've always enjoyed her. I don't know what she's going to be like on the show. But we really liked Bruce Horak as HEMMER. We liked his character, his personality. It sounds like this character is also going to be kind of no nonsense, which HEMMER was no nonsense. So there's going to be some aspects of his character, I think, that you're going to find in her character that you find in most chief engineers.
Yeah, it's insult to injury, though, because it's not just like it looks to me as if they were checking boxes, but it's also I also liked HEMMER. That was the character I was looking forward to the most. In fact, we made an entire video about HEMMER that no one really watched. I mean, legitimately. Yeah, because
they killed him literally right after we made the video.
Right, yeah, it was such a bummer. But we made this video.
And then, don't forget to say, the 3 episodes leading up to when they killed him, they didn't even show him.
Oh, I know.
So he wasn't even in the show for 3 episodes, and then they killed him.
So they hyped up this guy. They hyped up this new character who's also actually blind. He's a good actor. They hyped him up. They showed us a lot of good stuff, but then they totally underutilized him to a disgusting degree, and then killed him off. They didn't even kill him off in the finale. They killed him off
I know. I mean, do you think Bruce is maybe like a big prima donna or something? Was he like difficult to deal with or something? I mean,
what if that's his actual character? He's like, I'm blind.
I'm really blind. But it's like they made the point to come out and say that doesn't mean Bruce Horak will never be in Star Trek again. I'm like, well, how many other blind roles are you going to have for him? It's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. From what we got, he was great. We didn't get enough. 100%, we did not get enough. Oh, and that's another complaint I had. Why didn't the stupid antennae move? Am I saying that word? Is that the right plural of antenna?
There's two of them, yeah.
Why didn't they move?
I don't know.
It's like they really mailed in this character, bro. They didn't give him the moving antennae. They gave him so little actual screen time, and they immediately killed him off. And they killed him off in a way that didn't even make sense to the universe or the story.
It didn't. You're right. And now they're unceremoniously replacing him without kind of explaining why that happened. And there's nothing out there. If you ask like why is Bruce Horak not why is HEMMER gone? There's just a whole bunch of nothing out there. There's no explanations. You owe us an answer. Hey, Akiva Goldsman, you owe us an answer.
Yeah.
You need to tell us why you got rid of him, and we want to know.
Someone get like the ACLU involved. Like, why'd you fire the blind guy? Was he too hard to work with? Huh?
Well, I would like to believe that Bruce wouldn't allow himself to be hired without somehow being agreeable to it,
right?
Or fired.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, that's that. That's that. And you know what? And more than that's a bummer. But it's also a wrap. Please hit the subscribe button on the way to the comment section to let us know what you thought of HEMMER. And we are moving on.